Hello, welcome everyone to One Dish, Two Ways. I'm Sheila.
I'm Joe.
And this week we're going to talk about wings. I'm going to be doing cauliflower wings and Joe's going to be doing chicken wings. So I'm going to start today. This is a really easy recipe. It's not my recipe. It's Shane and Simple's recipe. And I will have it linked in the comments below. These are no oiled wings. They get baked in the oven and they are, I think, the best of both worlds because there's a little bit of batter to them, but you're still going to get that hot sauce on it. So honestly, cauliflower wings, the hardest part is probably cutting the cauliflower up. So if you can get cauliflower and it's already chopped up for you, then that's perfect. So it's really simple. I've already cut up, this is one whole head of cauliflower. And my batter here that I have is 1 cup of whole wheat flour. I've got garlic powder, paprika, cumin, black pepper, onion powder, and unsweetened almond milk and water. And it makes this wonderful batter. Now, I will tell you, and I think he's got it in the comments below too, when you add the 3/4 cup of the almond milk and a 1/2 cup of the water and you start stirring, you might find that the batter is too thick for you. So just add a little bit more water to get it not so thick. This is going to be just the right amount for what I have left here. So this is a tray. There's no oil on the tray, no spray or anything, but I do have a silicone mat to help with the sticking of the wings. And I've got the last few cauliflower flowerets. And this is my tip. You do these in batches. You're not going to put the whole head of cauliflower in here. And then use your fork to take off the excess batter, just like that. You'll see I've got some batter kind of loose on there because I was moving them around so I'd have plenty of room for all of them because they all should fit on this one. This is a 1/2 sheet pan that I've got. Okay, so let me finish these up. And then these are going to go in the oven at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to bring them out and put them in a clean bowl with as much hot sauce as I want. Today we're using Frank's hot sauce. Joe's got it over there. And then I'm going to toss them and then put them back on the tray. And then they're going to cook for another 20 to 25 minutes, just till they're how I want them. So as you can see, I do have a variety of sizes here. So I might want to take some of the smaller pieces. Oh, apparently somebody's at okay. So the foster dog started barking because he thought somebody was at the door. So let's rewind because we're not sure where we're going to edit this at. So I've got the rest of the cauliflower flowerets on here. Again, make them as small or as large as you want. I prefer them more on the smaller size, but I can see I've got some bigger pieces here. So these are all coated. It's not a big heavy batter, but it's a batter that the the Frank's Red Hot is going to stick to. So like I said, this recipe is so simple. That's why I didn't invent my own. Why reinvent something when he's already got the perfection of wings right here? So again, I'm going to put these in the oven on 425 for 20 minutes. Bring them out, take them off the tray, put them in a clean bowl, toss some of the Frank's Red Hot, and then put them back on the cookie sheet. And they're going to go back in for 20 to 25 minutes till they're the tenderness and char that I want. And then they're going to be good to go. I today am feeling like I want some fruit in my life, so I'm going to serve them with grapes and clementines. That's how I'm going to serve them today. Otherwise, you could just do the standard celery and carrot sticks. So that is the cauliflower wings, and we will be showing you what they look like at the end also. So thank you.
Okay, welcome back. What we're going to do today, if you haven't figured out yet, I'm kind of traditional in how I want my food. But this specific way, I wanted to kind of explain to you what I have going on here. We do a lot of shopping at bulk food stores, Sam's, Costco's, and what have you. But we buy specifically chicken wings because of the cost. You take the family pack of chicken wings. This is about 1/2 a package. I have 20 wings here. I don't know how it is where you are, but to go out and eat 20 chicken wings and have a side of fries and a soft drink with it would probably be $30, $35. I can get a whole family pack of chicken wings for $15. And as you see, what I've done, I've already prepared these. I just cut the tips off, and we have the wingette, and then we have the drummy part. And what I have here is a pan, but I put a rack on it. And the reason I do it this way is because I can cook a lot of wings in a short time. And it's not like grilling them where you get that grill flavor, but it's pretty darn close. You can get them good and crispy. The skin gets nice and crispy. The rack keeps them up off of the bottom of the pan so you can turn them and you can get them crispy all around. And then, of course, when you're done, you toss them in whatever sauce or leave them plain and dip them in ranch, whatever it is you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the rack just a little bit. I want to give it a little coating so that the wings don't stick to it. And then I'm going to lay my wings on here. And this is the nice thing about this is you can lay probably, I have no idea how many wings you could probably lay on here, but I'm guessing at least, I know I have 20 wings if you count the wingettes and the drummies. And you can kind of lay them right here together. And you can see I'm easily going to fit 20 wings on here. If you did a couple of racks and put them in your oven at one time, you don't have to worry about pulling out the fryer. You don't have to cook a few in a small batch and then set them aside and cook the next batch. You could easily do a whole maybe 40, 60 wings, put them in your oven on your different racks, and voila, you've got 30, 40, 60 wings done in no time, and for a fraction of the cost of what you would do if you went and ordered them out for whether you're having a Super Bowl party, your football game, tailgating, whatever it is you're doing. What I'm using is, excuse me, Sheila and I are both still kind of fighting a little bit of cold here. It's been hanging on forever. I don't know what it is around here. This is a seasoning and rub sauce powder. It's got garlic and just a variety of herbs. I think there's onion, coarse thyme, basil, oregano, different stuff. And the other thing I put on here is a little bit of Cajun seasoning. I like this the taste of Cajun seasoning, and when you look at the ingredients, salt, pepper, spices, red pepper, garlic, paprika, basically it's the same stuff you're going to find in 90% of any rub out there that you use. The only thing else I'll do is once I have them on here is spray the top of the wing a little bit, and what that does is it helps create a little crispy crust on the top. And she'll just put her cauliflower wings in. The nice thing about this is if you want variety, whether you're doing, you can take some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, you could cut them into strips, do the exact same thing. You could cut them into smaller cubes, and you can have similar, basically chicken nuggets if you wanted to, and cook them the exact same way. By putting them on the rack, on a pan in the oven, it takes them out of that greasy mess underneath, and it really lets them cook and get good and crispy all around. What I like to do is 10 minutes going in, I pull them out, turn them, give them a little, maybe another spurt of oil, put them back in another 10 minutes, and by then you're going to start finding them pretty close to done. If not, maybe a few more minutes, turn them one more time, and then put them back in. But basically 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how you do it. You can really cook these anywhere from a range of 375 to 425. And of course, that's going to adjust your cooking time. If you have a bigger, meatier chicken wing, these are from Sam's, and theirs always tend to be a little bigger of a chicken wing. You get a little more meat on them, which is another reason I like them. When you go out to eat or you go to some other stores and you buy their frozen chicken wings, they're really small and kind of slinky compared to what good chicken wings are. So for the price per pound, you're getting your best deal, the way I see it. And it doesn't matter. Just kind of look at your wings. Buying fresh over the frozen, you're going to get a better value. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the oven, and then we're going to set up over here. I've got my sauce cooking on the stove that I'm going to toss these in when we're done. Like I said, you don't have to do it. You can do some different ways, some with ranch, some plain, some with buffalo or whatever. The sauce that Sheila and I have created for ourselves is very simple, and it's not much off of what traditional buffalo is, but it just adds a little sweetness to it. So we're going to put these in the oven. And when we come back in about 10 minutes, we're going to show you how we toss our chicken wings, and then we'll start looking at the sauce. We'll be right back.
Okay, we're back. So we changed our minds after we put the wings in. We decided we would just wait and take them all out at 20 minutes. Joe will flip, talk about sauce, and I'm going to do my thing. So I'm going to start. So this is how good they look already, my wings do. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm going to get them off, get them into the bowl. Easier said than done. There we go. I'm going to enjoy all those little crispies that are going to come off with those wings. Yum, yum, yum. Yep, that's how you do it. This is live, people. This is live. So I'm just going to finish scraping all these off. Okay, almost there. Okay, now I'm just going to start dumping in some hot sauce. And this is where you just make it the way you want it. More hot, more not. Joe, are you going to talk about sometimes how we do it? Or do you want me to talk about that?
Part of the sauce.
Yeah, how we sometimes make it different.
So while she's tossing, I'm going to go ahead and flip mine. But as far as the sauce goes that she's referring to, traditional buffalo sauce, everybody probably knows it's going to be 50-50, typically of butter and a hot sauce, whatever flavor. A lot of people use Frank's, but whatever brand or type of sauce that you want to use, feel free. There's nothing about this. It's one way or the other. And then, but what we like to do, we've made our own buffalo sauce. We've made our own barbecue sauce and different things we can do. We've done what we've got today over here on the stove that I'll show in a little bit. It's a, did we put the seasoning away?
Yes, did you want more?
What we did today, I wanted a little something of everything. So we did your typical hot sauce and butter, mix 50-50, but I added about the same amount of, as I did with the butter, added about the same amount of, we use Baby Ray's barbecue sauce a lot of times, and I just mixed about 50% of that as well. So it's 50% or 1/3, I guess you would say, of barbecue sauce, 1/3 regular stick butter, whatever you like, salted, unsalted, and then 1/3 hot sauce. And you let that warm up on the stove, turn it, and then that will give you a lot of sweetness and a little bit of, you'll taste that barbecue, but then you're gonna be like, ooh, there's a little, it kind of cuts down that heat a little bit more, as well as that butter. Of course, anything with butter or bacon is gonna make it awesome. So, and we have that just sitting over here. We've already heated it up, and I'll show you that when we go to toss my chicken wings. Mine go back in now for about another, I'm going to guess 15 to 20 minutes, and they're going to be good. You can see that even though these were face up, this is the part was down, and you can see that skin's starting already to get crispy, and you can see some of the juices down that's dripped down off of the pan, but because they're not up here on they're not sitting down in that juice, they're not getting soggy and icky. They're going to be good and crispy. They're going to be excellent when they're all done and ready to go. So we're going to put these back in and here in a little bit, and probably another 15, 20 minutes, we'll come back and we're going to show you what's next.
That's right. And another idea also is you could just take different, if you've got a little bit of barbecue sauce left in the fridge and a little bit of, maybe you got a General Tso's, you could combine all those and make that your wing sauce or your chicken sauce, whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to just stick with just hot sauce where he's going to do butter, hot sauce, and barbecue sauce. You can use that as a way to finish up some sausage you have in your fridge. So another tip for you. Thank you. Okay, it's time to eat. I wish you guys could smell all this because it smells so good. Here's the cauliflower wings, and my microphone just fell off. So yeah, mine are done. So that was a total of 40 minutes, but took both wings to get done. So we put them in for 20, brought them out, showed you what we did. We put them in for another 20, and now they're out. So mine are ready to serve, and now Joe's going to tell you how he tosses them.
Okay, so like we talked about, 20 minutes, season them more, turn them, give them more. Now you got this nice crusty skin, and they're sitting about 165, 170, which is good to make sure your chicken is totally cooked. Most of them, some of them are even 180. So this is our sauce that I toss them in. And like I said, this is a 1/3 of barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and some regular stick butter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
That's a different bowl than I had,
Yeah.
in case you're wondering. He needs the bigger bowl because he does really good at the tossing. I'm not as good at that as he is.
So I'm just going to add all this sauce to the pan. And then add my chicken wings directly in here.
We washed that before we used it again while we were at break.
And now you can see underneath that all the drippings went down onto the pan and let the chicken get nice and crispy. So this is a little warm, but not
Yeah,
too
here,
bad.
put that on there.
So at this point, the sauce is still warm. It's not super hot. We turned it off. So what we're going to do is basically, just like we said, literally toss them in this mixture of barbecue sauce and hot sauce. And then you can smell there's some of that barbecue. There's some of that.
Look at that steam. Those are hot. So I'm going to try one of so I got a little one here. I'm going to try one of mine.
So once they come out, you can see they're nice, and of course you can put these on any kind of serving platter or whatever you like. The chicken obviously is heating this sauce back up, and it's thinning it out some. We cooked it down to where it was pretty much like a barbecue sauce again. We let it cook and really let that butter season in there. And of course you can take some of the leftover sauce here and just kind of pour it over the top.
Wow, that's hot. You can see that steam coming off of there.
And then these are ready to serve. All you got to do is just put them on a platter or however you're going to eat them. Today for me, these are just going to be some snack wings while we watch some TV, and then the rest will go into the fridge, and I will have a serving container for lunch over the course of the week.
And they reheat really great in the air fryer.
They do.
Or the oven if you want, but obviously he won't have as many when he goes to put them in the air fryer.
But it's a simple dish, and like Sheila said, you can go strict barbecue, you can go
Asian.
whatever. Asian is always a good way to go. We've done that several times. It's so simple to do, and it's basically a one-pot mess. You can wash that, and you're all done.
So thank you. That was one dish, 2 ways. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Are you pro cauliflower, pro chicken wing? You like boneless instead? Use his idea of the boneless chicken breast and cut them into strips or nuggets? Let us Let us know your thoughts. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week.